Hello, everyone. Just wanted to give you a quick concept and an analogy that I had with a great conversation with a friend of mine here in the community. He co-owns a creative agency called Fidelis. So thank you, Tim, for the conversation. I learned a lot. Him and I were on the phone for about 30 minutes, and I took a lot of notes. But I wanted to really hone in on this concept because that's what's really stuck in my brain for the past few weeks since we had that conversation. What his analogy was he is making keys. He is a key maker for businesses. His creative agency does a lot of different things for businesses. And to give you some context, he offered my wife and I a job to really handle the media creative side. And it was very nice of him. When I talk to him again, I'm going to go ahead and decline. But what he said was, and if anyone knows me or if you're new to the channel, I'm doing a lot of freelancing, a lot of videography, and a lot of different projects that just involve media. And in this conversation, spoiler alert, it just really told me that I need to niche down. I need to make an ideal client. I need to make an avatar, whatever fucking buzzword you want to use, but I need to make it. So thank you, Tim. But the analogy goes, when I'm talking to companies, when I'm dealing with companies, I'm trying to find all of their pain points. And when I look at you, Kyle, you deal with a part of business that I believe is a necessary evil. Media has to be done at some point, but in reality, if you're selling your services to another business, they have to be not only ready, but they have to think that they're ready to now spend money on marketing and media or whatever services that you're selling. And to me, I'm like, yeah, for sure. Like, I personally believe, like, my core belief in just making this channel and the channels that follow, I believe that all businesses need video content. That's just point blank simple. That is what I believe. And in his example, he said, you know, they do photography, they do videos, they do interviews, they do all of the media stuff as if like what I would do. When they approach their clients, they are finding the pain points until they get to the media portion. So imagine that these are all doors. One of them is marketing, one of them is bookkeeping, one of them is operations. And each one of those doors has a lock on it. He's like, I have the lock. So when I'm talking to companies, I'm finding the locks. And then I'm going to create the key for that lock. Because there's a lot of nuance in just the broad strokes of marketing, bookkeeping, and operations. You know, it's very broad. So when it's a very consultative approach on like what the company needs. So in his case, he's like, I'm making the keys for what that company needs. I'm not selling media services. I'm trying to help that company grow because that's what we do. I was like, okay, that's awesome. That's a huge feat to do company to company. But it gave me a lot of perspective in what he was doing compared to me. Because with me, I'm not making any sort of lock in this particular example. I might have just a few keys. So imagine like if I have my janitorial keys, I have my podcast key, I have my videography key, I have my testimonial key, I have my explainer video. You know, I have these different keys that I could maybe I'll put it in the lockbox that's going to unlock your marketing needs, or it may not. It may not do shit for you. So you just paid for my services, but I didn't do anything for you because I'm not actually hitting your pain point. So, like I said, I think the biggest thing out of this was, okay, I need to niche down and really do a lot of discovery with a lot of different companies to figure out, one, what do I want to do? And two, what pain points are going to really speak to what I do and really create a nice relationship between me and my client. So, something to chew on. Are you a key maker or are you a key salesman? That's how I'm going to view it. So, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk with you soon.